You may read very interesting stories. So there are many incidents, many evidence to believe, to say that there is something called rebirth. Alright. How does rebirth take place? How does it happen? Before that, you have to understand what happens at the moment of the death in our mind. When somebody dies at the last moment of his death, he remembers karma, karma nimitta or gati nimitta. What is karma? Karma means actions. Throughout his life, we do good as well as bad actions, positive and negative actions. At the moment of the death, one of those powerful actions will come to our mind. If there is no karma, then karma nimitta will come to the mind. Karma nimitta means symbol of actions, those related to sight, sound, smells, taste, or sensation related to five sense faculties can arise as flash in the mind. Based on that, the thought arises. Or otherwise, gati nimitta. Gati nimitta means the symbol of the destination where I am going to be born, based on positive and negative energies, can arise the last moment of your death. So based on these three, last thought will arise, and when death occurs here, based on that thought, another thought will arise in another life. What is it called? Rebirth. Another question related to here is, when the death occurs here, does life arise somewhere else? Is rebirth and death simultaneous? This is a very controversial question. Even among many prominent Buddhist scholars, they have got different concepts. From Theravada Buddhist point of view, according to Abhidharma, when death occurs here, life arises somewhere else. According to Mahayana tradition, when death occurs here, and that person will appear as a kind of spirit, a form of spirit, and will roam around few days or few months, a particular period of time, before that person is born. There's a third group who says, which is floating around is not a form of spirit, but that is the consciousness of the departed person, supported by craving and ignorance. Due to these mental energies, this consciousness is waiting to be born. This is what the third group say. So there are three types of concept related to this. Some people say immediately after the death, the rebirth arises. Some others say no, the dead person will move around or float around as a form of spirit. And another group say that's not a form of spirit, but that's the consciousness of the departed one, supported by the mental energies of craving and attachment, ignorance. Whatever it is, when the death occurs here, life will arise somewhere else. It can be gross level or it can be subtle level. So, from the Theravada point of view, when somebody dies, life arises. Suppose if it arises as a form of spirit, still they call it a different life. So that is because of this reason they say when the death happens here, life arises somewhere else. But anyway, it is still subject to a lot of arguments. Again, the earth is not the only place where life exists. There are many other places. Buddhism points out there are 31 realms of existence. So after the death, rebirth can take place in any one of these realms, depending on your karmic. And there are 4 ways that living beings are born to the world. They are known as Andaja, Jalabuja, Upapatika, Sansesaja. There are living beings who are born of eggs, so egg-born beings. Some animals, some snakes, as well as many other types, varieties of living beings are born through the eggs. Then there are living beings born of moisture, so moisture-born beings. But here again, these particular eggs are protected by the moisture. That is why it is known as moisture-born. Otherwise, there is no way for a living being to be born out of moisture from the scientific view. And third type of life arising is womb-born. Many animals as well as human beings, we are born through the womb. We concept in the womb, so we are known as womb-born. But here Buddha explained there are 3 conditions should be fulfilled for concept to take place. Mata pitaro sannipatita. A man and woman should come together. Mata uttini hoti. Mother should be in fertile period. Gandha pachupatita hoti. And the consciousness of the departed being should arise. When these 3 things come together, conception takes place. The 4th category is known as Upapatika. Upapatika means the all living beings arise spontaneously, without parents. And these are the beings who are born as divine beings, so various kind of etas, various kind of spirits. They do not have parents, they just arise according to the karmic energy spontaneously. And again, another question related to rebirth we can ask, do all the living beings have rebirth? Do they all reappear again or are born again after death? From the Buddhist point of view, satta is the term that we use. Satta is a living being. But when we call satta, it means either physical or subtle form, feelings, perceptions, mental formation, and consciousness. These 5 aggregates. When these 5 aggregates come together, combine together with attachment, because of craving and delusion, we call that particular living organism as satta or living being. Only this category will move from one realm to another realm. Once you are a human being, once you are an animal, once you are a divine being, moving from one realm to another realm without never ending, you will go round and round and round in this circle of